just got confirmation in the form of deck list. So,
a couple of tech cards leading us off with the Oranguru and the Giratina promo on Daniel's side.
Interestingly, no Hoopa.
Yeah. He runs 5 one-ofs, and 4 Hoopas.
And he did not start with a Hoopa. Alright, so...
Yeah, we're going to see this going.
Peter is trying to set up the best he can here. But this, I don't even know what's going to happen in this matchup. I assume it's going to be pretty hard.
I think it's going to be really awkward for Peter to win this, assumingly that Daniel gets the Hoopas going.
Right.
Because he doesn't really have a counter to that ability at all in his deck outside of attacking with Vikavolt. So it's kind of awkward.
Yeah, this is going to be
an uphill battle for Peter.
Yeah, I'm a little worried, but we'll see what happens.
Get some good old Kica Bulu on stream for y'all. But yeah, so we're seeing Peter just try to start off the game. He's just trying to get set up. He knows that the Bulu plan isn't going to be good, assumingly that he knows what deck Daniel is on, which once you get to the top tables, there's about 10 of you that are undefeated. You usually have sat next to one of them.
Right. Yeah.
So you kind of have a general idea about what everybody's playing.
That's very true. Yeah, and Oranguru also can be a reasonable attacker.
Yeah.
In this matchup.
Absolutely. And so it's definitely possible that we see the Orangurus and the Vikabolts attacking. But the Lele and the Tapu Bulus, very unlikely that they're going to be knocking stuff out. But yeah, the Hoopa from Shining Legends has an ability that makes it to where GX and EX attacks cannot deal damage, and it prevents all other abilities of them onto it.
Yeah, and its attack does 80 damage for a double colorless and a dark, so that's not super whelming, but that's not the main goal. That's not the main strategy.
You will eventually attack them to death. Like you do have to win the game.
Right.
But they're waiting to attack till like turn 10, turn 11 when your opponent has nothing.
Right, and you gotta imagine most decks only are playing like 1, maybe 2 non-EX attackers, and if they're not very efficient ones. They're not very easy to set up, so it's definitely going to take a while to search out those Pokemon that actually can attack Hoopa and also get them powered up.
Yeah, and we see a Max Elixir there, so he is actually trying to turbo out the Hoopa attacks and just start him early, which makes sense because he has this Oranguru that can actually start attacking.
Yeah, I think now he's going to have to get going pretty fast.
Can get there going fast, it'll be good. But yeah, so we see Peter attaching energies to the Oranguru. His game plan is to actually attack and deal damage with the resource management Oranguru, which isn't something that normally happens.
Definitely not.
So, on the other hand, Daniel's powering up his Hoopa. He's hoping to get that Giratina out of the active and then just start attacking for 80, 90 damage for the rest of the game over and over and over again, and hopefully that'll get him there.
Yeah, that Oranguru's attack, Profound Knowledge, the second attack, doing 60 damage, but it's also confusing Daniel's active. So that can also work out in Peter's favor. If Daniel has to attack with a confused Hoopa, flips tails, ends up doing 30 damage to himself, that would be a big deal.
And Daniel seeing that he shuffled away his last hand or something upside down, fixing it.
That's always awkward when that happens.
Yeah, well, it breaks your sleeves. Like, the amount of times I've broken sleeves because I actually have a card that's upside down on the deck is too many to count.
Looks like he's using that Ultra Pro, the fancy Eclipses.
Yeah. Good sleeves.
Yeah, those are nice.
I am a big fan of the pink Dragon Shields on Peter's side, though.
Some good sleeve choices by both players, but yeah, both players also actually, Peter knows what he's got to do in this matchup, so he went for that Oranguru like right away. Was just really starting to get that powered up from the get-go. And this strategy seems to be working so far. It's kind of putting Daniel on the back foot here.
Yeah, just a little bit. Like, Daniel's not planning on using that Giratina. He actually needs to find a way to get it out of the active anyway, so he's actually just okay losing that prize card just to get as a retreat.
Yeah, for sure. And Peter's just going to attack whatever he can here, so... But Daniel finds a Guzma, bringing up one of those Grubbins on the bench.
The gunslinger, if you beat
Going
him,
to hit into it with the
his
Hoopa.
jackpot's up to
Yeah.
20.
And then he just passes. He doesn't attack.
For one entry,
But he's
you
saying,
can
I'm
try
going to lock
win.
this
Not
grubbin
yet.
up here in
You
place.
win 25.
You haven't been
Guys, it's a great
evolving it at
honest
all,
try.
so I'm not worried about it.
Let us know. We can
And
help
just
you
to
out.
kind of, first of all, get that Giratina out of the active. Second of all,
But
stop
again,
that Oranguru
it's a great way to earn lots
from
of
hitting
dice
his
for the prize
Pokemon.
wall.
Yeah. If you can save that prize, you might as well try.
There's only one playset of Cynthia left.
But it doesn't look like it has a lot else going on. He just wants to wait till he gets these Hoopas powered up so he can actually go in and start attacking.
And Daniel does run 2 Acerolas, so he can actually pick up the Giratina off the bench and make it to where he doesn't actually lose a prize there because he had the Guzma. And we see the Vikavolt come out, this time on the bench.
Yes, it is on the bench, that's for sure, but that's going to be really clutch in powering up these non-attackers,
Yep.
or non-EX attackers, who also often require more energy to attack. So.
Yeah. So, lots of energy on the Vikavolt to attack, but he doesn't really want to put out any sort of Booloos at all in this matchup,
No,
because
it doesn't
otherwise
seem
it'll get
worth
locked. Well, yeah, because you can get Guzma locked into place.
Right. He already has this Lele on the bench, which is already probably more than he wants there.
Yep. Checking out the discard, seeing all the shiny full art cards you can possibly have out of Peter.
I think he's searching the deck for something. I think he played an Ultra Ball.
Yeah.
So yeah, he got rid of that Parallel City by playing Field Blower. So now he's free to bench more Pokemon. He
Cool.
could get a supporter with Lele. I'm not too sure what he has in his
He
hand
might find
there.
another Grubbin, just say, I just want more threats.
Yeah, he's getting a Guzma, so he wants that Oranguru back in the active, and he wants to hit into probably that Hoopa with the energy.
The Hoopa with the energy, maybe the
Either that,
Giratina, and
he
just
could
try to...
stall. He could continue to stall and bring the Giratina back up, but
I don't think Peter's plan is to stall this matchup. I think he just wants the prize more than anything.
right. So there, he might want to damage the Pokemon that is going to come up and start attacking him.
Right.
Basically, it's two ways he could go with it.
Lots of decisions on either side. Things that can determine the matchup is just the simple decisions like that. Like, do you pull up the Giratina and do you pull up the Hoopa?
You're going to see a strong charge there, getting that Vikavolt ready to go.
Yep, he's ready to bolt.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, that should one-shot the Hoopas. If I remember. You don't see a Vikavolt attack too often.
Yeah, that's definitely not something you usually see. Electro Cannon, it does 150.
Yeah, so definitely knocks it out, but he does lose 3 energy to do it,
Yes.
which is huge. That's a lot of... You have the 4 energy on, and then
It's
you lose
okay.
3 every single time.
It's okay, though. It's kind of the same thing as Bulu, right? Just strong charge it back up. So it's really not too bad. Yeah, so he did bring up the Hoopa, smacked into it. I like that, getting the first hit, starting the trade off in Peter's favor.
Yeah.
So even if this Hoopa hits into this Oranguru, it's okay.
Yeah.
We got a Cynthia for Daniel. Get some more cards.
Yay!
See what he can get going here.
Cynthia's such a good card.
It's amazing.
It's amazing what one more card does to change cards like
Yeah.
Shauna.
Yeah, I know, it's funny. Shauna was just considered so bad. But one more card and it's great. So we got a double colorless.
Yeah. I don't think Shauna was bad in the sense of like it was actually bad. It was just N was just always so much better, so there's no
Right.
reason to cut N's to play Cynthia or to play Shauna. But since Cynthia's always just a one-sided 6-card N, it's now very frequently better than N in the beginning of the game, and then N is better in the late game when you can for comebacks and stuff.
Yeah, the split between the two in most decks, 2N, 3 Cynthia, 3N, 2 Cynthia, definitely seems to be making a lot of decks more consistent.
Yeah. Very good. I think it's a correct decision. We see a Reverse Valley. It's a fun one.
Yeah, that is a Reverse Valley.
Dark types do more damage. Steel types do less damage.
Yep. Still
I feel like
not
the
a
Steel type
knockout.
not going to be not
really
going to change
relevant.
anything, but
Not really relevant, but that's okay. Still not a knockout, though, on Oranguru, so...
yeah, they're going to start trading 1-card prizes.
And also, there's been a lot of energy invested into this Hoopa in Daniel's active spot.
Yeah.
I mean, it has a double colorless and 2 darks on it, so... And that's 3 attachments going down.
He decided
right
that he had to attack with it because just not attacking at all wasn't going to win in the game, so he has to lose the DCE.
which is reasonable.
Yeah. He does run 13 energies in his deck, so in between 4 DCEs and 9 darks, so losing 3 isn't terrible. He is running special charge as well, so he'll be able to get those back.
Thanks for having me out again.
Yeah, so he should be fine. No license. Okay.
So, I guess I'll back to work.
Whereas after this Oranguru goes down, yeah, Peter is running out of non-EX attackers, but he does have a Mew.
He does have
He
a
got
Mew.
Mew online, so he decides to bring the Oranguru back to the bench and take the knockout with the Mew. Kind of
Yep.
just saving that there
Yeah, might as well.
for a backup.
Yeah, you never know when you need to bring it up in resource management, is I think is the next plan with it. Is cool, now I can put the Mew and like some sort of line off of a Vikavolt back in and just try to get back in with the resource management. Yeah, we can look real quick.
Chat's saying there was a double supporter, but I did not. Neither of us really saw that happen, and neither player saw that.
Give us
either,
1
but
second on commentating, and
we'll check it
we'll
out.
double check it real quick.
We're just going to check the past broadcast really quick for that turn and see if we can figure it out. Unfortunately, we don't have a table judge here, so catching these things can be a little bit tough, but we're going to try to go into the past broadcast.
Hey guys, we are back. We did inform a judge and pulled up a replay and stuff of what happened, and Peter did in fact play 2 supporters that turn, so a judge is actually over there talking with them at the moment. And so we will see what their ruling is and what ends up happening, because it has been about 10-15 minutes since that happened.
Yeah, we had to pause time, and the internet here is not the greatest, as I'm sure you guys have noticed from possibly some lag on the stream, so it took a little while to go back and find the
the correct play of when it happened. It was a long turn where he double supported.
And maybe we might be getting a table judge as a result of this incident, so that would be nice. But sorry, we didn't catch it, guys. We're trying. I mean, there's a lot of actions. Rewatching the turn, there were several actions.
He played Skyla the very first thing he did that turn, and then he did 20 other actions before Guzmang. So it was a long turn. We're sorry we missed it. Thank you for pointing it out.
Nobody saw it. We didn't see it. They didn't see it. But we definitely should have. And Twitch chat to the rescue, though.
Twitch chat, MVP.
And we're not really reading chat too much. We're trying to pay attention to the game. It's a little bit difficult to read chat during one of these things.
Yes.
Pay attention to the game.
Thank you guys for all exploding about it.
Yes.
Because if it was just one person, we probably would have missed it.
Twitch chat standing in for the judges. Twitch chat is the table judge.
Slow-mo replays? They could almost be arranged.
Yeah.
We're not going to, but...
No,
because that slow-mo replay would take 10 minutes because that's how long his turn was.
It was quite a long turn, that's for sure. So yeah, I think that at least one of them is going to get a game loss. We might even see a double game loss because...
Neither of them saw it?
Yes.
The judge will come over and inform us of what decision was made.
Yeah, and hopefully we get to a table judge.
He's going to fill out the slip and stuff, and we will see whether it's just a game loss for Peter, if it's a game loss for both, because neither of them saw it, and it is a break of the game state. So it might have been a double game loss, go to game 3. Unsure.
Double attach to Mew, then strong charge on Mew, and then attach to Vega again. Well, he got a game loss either way. I definitely didn't see the double attachment either. There's a lot of energies flying around.
Lots of energies all over the place.
In rewinding and re-examining it, I didn't see the double attachment, but...
With all the lag, though, that's one of the big problems we were having, is watching the replay. We were having some internet issues, so took a bit.
Alright, so yes, let me go double check on exactly what the game
the ruling is
now. Yeah, the ruling.
Yep, go for it. And we will await that verdict, and then once we know the verdict, scores will be updated, and game 2/3 will commence. But yeah, thank you all. We appreciate it. And then there's a good chance that we will actually get a table judge. All right, we got a verdict. It is a game loss just for Peter.
Yeah, so we're going to go into game 2. They're setting up for that, and they're getting a time extension as well. So not sure exactly how much time is left in the round at this point.
Yep, we're just going to remove the clock going there.
Probably at least 10 minutes, I would guess.
We do not know. But these things happen. I don't think it was Peter being malicious, and if the judge thought it was Peter being malicious, there would have been a higher level of
yeah, that's definitely not up
ruling.
to us to say, so yeah, but it's definitely up to the judge, and it wasn't
yeah.
We can't really speculate on that.
Yeah, hard to say,
line.
But yeah.
What happened. The reasoning is not for us to know.
So they're starting off. We see a Bulu on Peter's side, which is not what he wants.
Oh yeah.
Special charge flying across the board. You are 100% correct.
All right. So it is just a game loss for Peter, and we are going to move on now and get into this game, and hopefully we have a good game too.
Yep.
But yeah.
We'll find out how much time's left. Yeah, stay vigilant. Keep us informed. Twitch chat. We will try to keep our eyes out as well, but it is so hard to keep track of so many things.
Yeah, we got it. So, Peter's going to get to go first, though, since he technically did get the loss there.
Yep. And he's having a pretty good start.
Definitely is.
Setting up, he has the Grubbin, he has the Mew, he has... The Tapu Bulu is not ideal in this matchup, but... I mean, it's better than mulliganing, I guess.
Yeah. I just realized that Daniel actually plays 2 different Orangaroos.
Yes, he runs one Instruct and one with the Resource Management.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Orangaroo turned out to be a pretty good card.
Yeah.
Both versions.
Both of them are
Yeah.
very, very good.
Yeah.
So, we see Daniel leading off. He's going to grab a Hoopa. Who would have guessed?
Yeah. Craziness. Nest Ball from both sides.
Yeah.
Coming
Well, Daniel
Useful, yeah.
only has basics.
Yes, and he plays 4 Nest Ball.
Yes. So, that makes sense.
Indeed.
And none of his basics, so Daniel doesn't actually run Tapu Lele in his list because it's just a liability for him.
Yep.
So he just opts not to run it. On the other hand, Lovable on Peter's side gets a lot of things. It hits Bulu, it hits Grubbin, it hits Mew, it hits Orangaroo. So it has a lot of targets to hit, so it's usually live.
Alright, and Cynthia from Peter, he's trying to recover from that last game because he actually was in a good spot last
From what it
game.
appeared at the tail end of that, because we did miss like the
Right.
the mid game.
We missed a bit of it. But now he just has to keep a positive mindset, continue going into this game, and try his best to win despite some unfortunate occurrences last game.
Yep.
You can't allow tilt to get the better of you.
Nope.
in
You
these
just gotta
situations.
like, all right, I messed up.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Exactly. So props to him for doing that, and that's got to be tough.
I mean, he's 5-0, so like, there's like if he does win this game and they don't have enough time to finish in game 3, being 5-0-1 is not a bad position to be in, going in around 7 out of 9.
Yeah, realistically, each player only needs to win one more. 6-1-2 should make it into day 2.
Yeah, most likely.
With the size that we have here.
Yeah, pretty small event.
Yeah, so 6-1-2s should make it. So both these players definitely in a good spot, regardless of what happens here. And we've only seen the X and O's on stream. We might have to start digging a little bit deeper into the X1s to find some good matchups for you next round. But
That's totally fine. We don't have to go undefeated always. I'd rather have some nice, interesting matchups instead of Bulu every round.
That's true, that's true. But he does
sure.
get the Vikavolt there, Peter does, and Danny's going to bring it up here with the Guzma.
I want to start getting damage on it now because that's your attacker that you're going to be able to use. So
Yeah.
that makes perfect sense to me.
Except Peter does have 2 energies on to the Bulu right now.
Yep. See another Nest Ball come down for more Hoopas. Hoopas for days.
That's what's going to happen with this deck. Quad Hoopa.
Quad Hoopa. All the Hoopas. Hoopas forever.
It's a bold play.
It is, but it obviously was a good play because he's
Yeah.
5-0, and that's no small feat.
Definitely not.
Hoopa player trying to dodge Joe from last round who's playing Greninja.
Yeah, that's not
That is not a matchup that Daniel wants.
Not at all.
This matchup is probably the second most awkward matchup for him, I think, because they do have a good handful of non-EX attackers.
Yeah, they actually do. You have the Mew, you have the Vikavolt,
Like-
Rangaroo.
Daniel's really wanting to hit all of the Zoroark, the Lycanroc, the Lucario decks, because all their attackers are GXs. They don't really have any way to attack through.
So Peter Guzma's for the first knockout of the game here, using Bulu to take that first prize.
Yep. All right, and tutoring up.
Okay, so we've just been informed that they had a 12-minute time extension.
Nice long round for you guys.
Yes.
I'd be entirely fine with that one being rolled back one.
Yeah.
So we see some energy attachments coming down after the Sycamore, just trying to see what his hand can do. There's another Nest Ball in there. Wouldn't be surprised if we see another Hoopa.
Alright, so attacking with that Hoopa now, and this Bulu is not going to be able to return any kind of damage to it.
No, none at all.
So here we see the kind of Hoopa idea working as intended for Danny.
It's just cool. You have this Tapu Bulu that has all the energy and you're ready to attack, except you can't. I mean, you're welcome to attack and discard your energies. You are allowed to attack it. It's not safeguard, but
It doesn't do anything.
it does do literally nothing.
It makes a lot of sense. Alright.
See some shuffles. Lots of decisions and just taking his time thinking about it, making sure to not make any more mistakes.
Yes, he's definitely got to be really cautious about that.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he's thinking, taking a minute.
We got a field blower, the tool, and the parallel city there.
And play an N.
Go for an N. He's kind of tried to disrupt Danny's hand a bit and try to get something together here.
Quarter number 1.
Yes, let's keep account of these. No, seriously though, guys, these turns can get really long. A lot of different actions involved. It's important to pay attention.
Yep, absolutely.
And pay attention to your opponent. So Peter's going to get 5, Danny's going to get 6 from this end.
Yep.
Not sure what we see there in Peter's hand. But he's going to retreat this Blue. It's not doing anything to that Hoopa anyways.
Yep.
And attack
Mew's
with
going to come up, and Mew can
That's
definitely
good.
attack.
Oh, yeah.
Take it out.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good turn for sure. Taking that Hoopa, all those energies right off the
I
board.
would expect him to bleed up the one with the DCE.
Alright, I guess not.
Okay.
He wants
had
the
the Max
Max
Elixir,
Elixir,
so
yeah.
that's fine.
And
I didn't
hits
see that
the
he had the Max
Elixir.
Elixir in it. I just saw that he had the energy. I'm like, why wouldn't you lead with that one? But no, that makes sense.
Yeah. He must not have a dark in his hand, but he hits the Elixir. So that Hoopa on the bench is ready to go. Oh, he does have a dark in hand as well.
Yeah, I thought I saw the dark, so I was
Yeah.
like, why wouldn't you just promote attach?
So now he wants to... He has Guzma as well. Alright,
Okay, that makes way more sense.
cool. Play explained. Even if he didn't hit the Elixir, he could always make the attachment and then Guzma after that.
Yeah, he just wouldn't be able to Guzma like he wanted to. Yeah. Good. Yeah, nice knockout, nice and clean.
Nice and clean, that's for sure. And that eliminates Peter's energy acceleration from the board.
The big threat
as
is actually
well
the big
as
well,
the
yeah.
attacker, yeah.
This matchup, it plays 2 roles, so taking it out is kind of a 2-for-1, even though you're only still taking 1 prize.
Yeah, that was very clutch.
The Bulu having 9 damage on is also very significant, because it has 180 total HP, so it'll take it out. For 1 more, another Guzma lets them start getting up on prizes, and that's the hope in this matchup, is that you get up on prizes, and then even if they are knocking out your things, you can continue just the momentum and just trade one-shots back and forth.
Yeah, I think this is actually a pretty close one, just because of the amount of non-EX attackers that Peter does run. I'm glad we're not seeing like a Zoroark deck or something, where it would have been very one-sided.
Right.
This is actually an interesting matchup to watch. And Oranguru is down. I think that's the Instruct Oranguru. It's hard to tell from here.
Yeah, no, that does look like an Instructor Oranguru. Resource management has a little bit bigger of an Oranguru. It's not hiding back in the woods as much.
Right. So he gets a Skyla here, but he did play Sycamore, so I guess that's for next turn.
Goes
That
Grubbin.
just another Grubbin.
He has
Trying to get that second Beakable online
Yep.
as fast as he can.
We
Hopefully
see a
next turn.
knockout. Another prize goes down.
And now Danny's on his last Hoopa in play. Oh, there's one from the hand. Spoke
Nope.
too soon.
Joking.
Spoke too soon. JK. So energy attachment and an N. That's
4 and 5 cards.
solid.
Pretty medium. And make sure Daniel goes up a card.
It's definitely solid though. Gives Peter 4, gives Danny 1 extra, like you said, and he's about to take a prize. So. But then the rest of his plan is looking sketchy. Not too much else going on there. On the bench.
Cards.
Oh, Max Elixir.
Max Elixir lead it out.
Oh,
Energy.
he
Oh,
whiffs.
DC doesn't work.
Nope. Can't really get DC off Max Elixir. Only basic energies.
Strike's pretty thin too, and running 9 darkness, like there's a very high chance that he hit one there.
Okay. Mike is back, being a little bit spotty here.
But yeah, we see lots of energies on both sides. They're just trying to execute their game plan.
Well, this is looking pretty awkward. Okay, Danny's got to hit this Max Elixir, but it looks like he dropped
He dropped a dark energy.
It was
Fun
the dark.
fact.
Yeah. It actually was the dark that he needed, but I like to see players look at every card off Elixir. A lot of the time, when I'm playing against someone who's maybe newer, they stop at the second or third card if it's an energy. I'm like, no, look at the rest of your deck. You take that opportunity, see
Take the
what you have
opportunity, get
in
some
deck.
information.
Exactly. Every information you can get is
That's a Sycamore.
very important.
That's my favorite art, Sycamore.
That's a strange art. I don't think I've seen that.
It's
Sycamore
out
art.
of one of the like theme decks,
Wow,
sort of thing. But it is a cool art.
it is cool.
He looks so super happy and like fun and stuff.
He's in a good mood.
Yeah.
Oh, Danny is playing so fast. Blazing fast
Yeah.
pace here.
Those cards go
I think he thinks that he might not win this game, so he's going to want to go
to a game 3, so he's
and
wanting
make
to get as
sure
much time as possible.
he
yeah.
has enough time to win the third game. So we have Skylar for Candy here from Peter. Into a second Vika.
Yep. And that's his entire game plan in this matchup is I just want never-ending Vikabolts. And
Yeah, having two of them online is really tough for Danny to deal with right now. And he's got to know that. He's like, I want this game to be over. He's kind of itching to start game 3.
yeah, he is. It's one of those things that once you get in these positions, it's sometimes just correct to just pick up your cards and say, I'm not going to win this game, let's save time, and let's go to game 3.
Okay, well, chat is saying there was a double attachment at 6:14.
That was still during that game 1, though, so even if they did double attach as well, the outcome doesn't change
was
anything.
already ruined, but I think that the point to investigate it might be like just that it's further instances of sloppy play for Peter.
I guess.
So I think that we maybe should inform the judges. I'm not sure if they'll want to stop the game again for it.
No, they won't stop the game, but it's something that
It's something we can make
we
them
can do
aware of.
in between the
'Cause
rounds.
technically, the game was already void at that point.
Yeah.
But
So
it's something they should know about.
They won't
probably.
give any sort of game errors or anything, since that the game error happened in the same game that was already void.
Yeah.
So it's not something we really need to worry about
But we
at the
can
moment. But we will
let
definitely look
them
into it. Absolutely.
know. Okay, so yeah, Danny's just going to pass here.
It's
Kinda
not looking
leaving
good.
this- It does not look good for him. So this is definitely a little bit of a clown fiesta of a match we've got going on here. But Peter's going to take the knockout, and it looks like he's going to seal up this game. I'm pretty sure he's got it.
Yep.
But Daniel must think there's a chance.
He's also taking the opportunity to look through his deck, see exactly what cards are in there, so that way he has more information going into game 3. Like, that's one of my favorite things to do, is like, if I know I'm losing a game, hey, well, it's on my turn, do you mind if I look through your discard real quick? And I get some number count so I know exactly what's there, and then I pick up my cards and can see. So.
We need you at the stage, please.
Not a lot of options for either player. See Cynthia come down.
But they do have a long time extension, so they'll have plenty of time to play game 3. So I don't think that's going to be a huge deal.
At least 12 minutes. Because it's still not called time yet.
Right. Max Elixir trying to set up trying to set up that Hoopa there. And which Orangaroo is that?
That is the resource management.
That's the resource management. All right.
It's hard to tell. A little bit of glare. Just a little bit.
Well, with so many different alternate arts for cards, it's
that also
tough.
Can make it confusing.
Even though there's probably only one of those around. So he's going to get a Guzma here. Oh yeah, we need to update the prize count. I think Peter has 2.
I believe he has 2.
2 prizes, 2 to 4. So it's not impossible here. We still have that damaged Bulu on the bench. That could be an easy 2 prizes for Daniel. If it was 1 prize, I would say maybe Daniel should pack it up, but yeah.
He's going to resource management, put a Guzma, Fighting Fury Belt, and an Ultra Ball.
Ultra Ball, Fighting Fury Belt back into the deck. On the bottom of the deck.
Yep.
Specifically.
Very important. His deck is only like 5 cards though, so they're not far.
So Field Blower, attachment here. Vikavolt comes into the active. He's going to discard the 3 grass, keeping the lightning energy on.
Yeah, and Daniel's said, I have enough.
That's the end of that game. And we're going to go to a game 3. Oh, wow. Well, this has been a crazy series so far.
Yeah, it has been. Very eventful.
Very eventful, that's for sure.
Can't say it was not eventful.
Oh, man. So a tense situation here for the players as well. Peter says, you know, I got a game game 1, but I'm going to try my hardest to bring it back and pull off the 2-0.
In the worst case, I mean, it's one of those things that Daniel says, I just want to finish this game. But there is the potential that they do draw, and being 501 is not a bad thing.
Definitely not. But, yeah, 5 piling is something we don't really see a lot of players do anymore, because I think most people have agreed that it actually doesn't shuffle your deck. 5 piling, but... just had a little bit of an interruption there, but it's cool. I think like...
But yeah, the 5 piling, so most people pile shuffle to count their cards is what you should be doing. You should pile shuffle one time at the very beginning of each game to make sure you have 60 cards. Because if you accidentally drop a card or something, present a 59 card deck, that is actually a game loss. And so doing it once, I know I pile shuffle once between each game just to make sure I have 60. And then you still need to efficiently randomize your deck via actual shuffling, because otherwise your deck is not shuffled.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's definitely a good habit to get into, because like you said, it's a game loss or round loss if you're playing with an incomplete deck, so you don't want that to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here they are drawing their opening hands.
Yes, you are. You can also pile shuffle your opponent's deck if you'd like.
I've done that before, actually, because I had an opponent that visibly rearranged the deck like right in front of me before the game. So I was like, all right, are you done with that? Let me have that. I'm going to pile shuffle this.
You are allowed to randomize your opponent's deck in any way, shape, or form you see fit. My recommendation is not to throw it on the floor and try them.
Yeah, probably not a good idea. So Daniel's going to go first here, and he starts with Coco, which we haven't seen yet, but he starts with it, which is good. It's a free retreater. It's a really good thing to start with. He's probably not too upset
Pick
about
off a couple of grubbins and stuff if Peter has a slow start where he doesn't hit the rare candies. So.
And we've got a Grubbin on the bench here, a Bulu in the active. Bulu might be a liability, but can always knock out this Oranguru and this Tapu Koko. So we got 30 damage.
Tapu Koko says, I have 30.
Yeah, have 30 damage here. Only one Grubbin though. Yeah, I was gonna say.
We're just gonna hit him with some confusion.
Yeah.
Peter's like, okay, I want to read what your actual attack does, because this is not the attack people use.
Exactly.
Again, it is 60 damage plus confusion. So Bulu is upside down. He doesn't know what's going on.
Definitely. But not too much else from Daniel. I guess he has no supporter in his hand, from what I can see.
Yeah. So a little rough. We see a Sycamore coming out on Peter's side.
He's saying, oh, that Skylar was the last turn, though.
Yep.
That was turn 1.
And we see the rare candy into the Vikavolt already. And this is exactly what Peter wants to do in this matchup. Is, all right, I'm going to get a Vikavolt. We're going to power it up. And actually right now, since you don't have Hoopas out, me putting 2 energies on this Bulu isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah. Can take out both of Daniel's attachments so far, leaving him with nothing but this Coco. So I think that's probably what Peter's going to go for here. I don't see why not.
Yep.
And because, again, Daniel managed to start with all the Pokemon that are not Hoopa.
A little brutal.
That's the Instruct, right?
The one that Peter played is Instruct.
Yeah, we've got Instruct versus the other one here.
So Tails
so,
on the confusion.
He didn't get the attack to go through. He was still confused, and he actually took 30 damage.
That's
huge.
90, so if he actually hits for another 60 here, that puts it to where if he doesn't flip heads for confusion again, he knocks himself out.
That's a big deal.
That's huge.
Really unfortunate for Peter there that he flipped tails there. And Daniel whiffs another max elixir. Not having too much luck with these elixirs in this series.
Daniel's struggling a little bit, but he's not in the worst position.
No, that tails just, he's probably so happy about that.
Yeah, he's just like, it's all right.
If that Oranguru would have gone down with that energy, he would have been in a much tougher spot, because I don't think he has anything else in his hand. Oh, got a bit of someone knocking over the camera there.
Players, that's time. Your turn 0 starts now. That's time.
Yeah, so he doesn't have anything else.
So with that, we have 12 minutes remaining.
Was that time for Masters?
Yeah, they started everybody at the same time last round, so yes.
Still got plenty of time here. Never fear. But I don't think this game is going to take 12 more minutes, honestly. Wow, look at all this energy on Peter's side. He's just loaded with this energy. He's going to take out that Coco on the bench and save this Bulu from being knocked out and being confused.
Yep.
Because, as we know, going back to the bench resets all status conditions.
And we do see the knockout on the Coco. Hoop comes down.
Oh, he has another
more max elixirs.
Pokemon.
Did he hit on this one? No. Oh, so brutal.
Gotta feel bad there. That's not a good win rate on those.
No, he's
not a good
I think
ratio.
He's like 1 in 6 or something in these 3 games.
Yeah, not good. 0 out of the last 3 for sure, though.
Definitely 0 out of the last 3. A little brutal, but he's hoping to try to find a way to come back. He's gonna resource manage and be like, you know what? I want those back.
Yeah, he wants them back, but at the bottom because he still doesn't want to draw those. It's kind of an interesting choice instead of doing some damage here, though.
Cynthia on Peter's side. Shuffle up, draw more cards because he's down to 2.
Is anything as long as it's not an N, right? He just doesn't want to end Daniel. That's the only thing here.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Danny's in a desperate situation.
Yeah. It's not looking good. I think at this point, like, I don't know what Danny needs to do in order to win this game because it does not look good.
He needs to draw a supporter. That's what he needs.
Yeah. That's step 1.
All right, another Pokemon. Got another Pokemon going here, so he's not out yet. He does not want to give up.
Oh, he can instruct this turn with the
Possibly
instruct
draw
Rangaroo.
something that he could play. I mean,
Open. I'm gonna attach this. I can't play my enhanced hammer, so I'm gonna draw just 2 cards.
the Enhanced Hammer.
More
and
Hoobas.
the
Oh, he draws a
Sycamore.
Sycamore. He did it. All right, he's
First
back in.
supporter of the game for Daniel. No energy, though. I don't think I see
There
a
was a
single.
Max Elixir, though.
Yeah.
We'll see if he hits this one. We're gonna count some cards, see what's in Peter's discard. We're gonna play Max Elixir number 4.
Oh,
He hit one. He got one.
He actually did hit
He
this.
hit it.
This time, it was a success.
Yes.
Finally. Fast and
Max Elixir
Furious.
number 2.
Yeah, Fast and Furious.
Gets it again, thinking about it.
Going on to the Oranguru. He realizes he's not going to be attacking this turn, so might as well spread out these attachments. We have multiple options for the turns coming.
Just in case a Guzma comes down,
Exactly.
multiple attackers is important.
Gotta have a backup plan. If you can, it's always good to spread out your
The
resources.
question is does Daniel have enough time to have a backup plan?
Well, I'm still inclined to say yeah. I think they definitely have enough time to play this whole game, but the pace that he's playing at is probably a good idea at the same time. I'm gonna super rod back some energies.
Yep. And the resource management Oranguru gets shuffling in. We see a pass.
Yep.
Peter draws, like, cool, I'm gonna set up more Vigavolts. And we're gonna Guzma up your Oranguru.
And Peter's just like, I'm just gonna keep taking prizes. 1 prize a turn, I will end this game faster than Danny can get set up at all. Because he definitely has the advantage now, and he just wants to keep that going strong.
And
He's
those
saying,
dice
well,
sitting next to the Bulu are actually all on the Bulu.
I think they should be, I mean,
I believe so.
there was nothing played to heal them, to heal the Bulu, I don't think so.
Guzma up the Grubbin. We're gonna say we're gonna play the stall game.
Jose Mendoza, can we please see you at the stage?
Now they're gonna call a judge.
What's going on here?
He actually flipped the top 2 cards of his deck.
Oh no. Oh dear.
It's all right. That was just him going fast. There being a
Yeah, I
small
think they're
stake. They're
gonna
gonna call the
resolve
judge over. Looks like a judge is talking to him right now. So.
Oh, the damage actually isn't supposed to be
Because of the GX attack?
He used the GX attack.
Got it. I thought I saw the marker flip, but wasn't
Yeah.
sure. Okay, that makes sense.
I think it glitched or lagged right in that instant.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I guess,
Yeah. And I don't blame for calling the judge. With anytime anything small happens like that, you should still call a judge because if there's repeats of the same thing happening over and over and over again with the same player, that's something the judges need to be known of.
yeah, definitely.
Like, in this instance, it's not probably going to result into anything outside of, there's no cards that you know about at the top or the bottom of their deck outside of the resource management 3. Or actually, he shuffled since then because he super rotted.
Yeah.
So, shuffle your deck. And here's a warning.
I mean, I definitely feel like it was an accident, for sure, but
Just trying to clear that up.
still might as well see what the judge is going to say.
Get a longer time extension.
Quite a messy game, that's for sure,
A little bit.
but it happens. Not everything is always picture perfect in these circumstances, that's for sure. So yeah, I think we're waiting. We're just hanging out, waiting for the judge to go over there to make a ruling on this. We don't actually know exactly how much time is left, but I would estimate maybe somewhere in the realm of 8 minutes.
Yeah, 5 to 8, somewhere in that that range.
Something like that. Definitely an entertaining match either way. Yeah, I don't know many of the results so far, but it looks like most other players are done with the round, so pretty much going to go directly into the next round when this is over. Yeah, let's check the live pairings page.
Yeah, if y'all hit exclamation point pairings in chat, you can actually get a link to the live pairings yourself.
And we've got a 6-0 Lance Bradshaw. Xander Soriano, another 6-0.
Bunch of matches not played.
Oh, Igor
Chris Silver,
5-1.
501.
Rahul 5-1. Igor 5-1.
Sam Ho
5-1. Liam
Souza
Williams,
5-1.
Israel Sosa. Alex Hill 5-1.
Alex Hill, who's on stream. All right, and they are back to playing.
Chris
so
Schmansky 5-1
jump back.
also. A lot of good players. All right, so it looks like we're back. Not sure what the ruling is there. We didn't really hear.
Chances are it's just a form of warning, and then just move on.
I doubt it was anything serious, but you never know since an infraction already occurred this game. You never know. But at this point, Daniel definitely wants to go for the tie if he can manage it. I really wish we knew exactly how much time is left because this is a nail biter. If he can turn this...
Can stall out for just a couple more turns.
Yeah, this very negative game state looks like an L for sure. So he wants to try to stretch it out into a tie.
Yep.
Which is interesting because he's been playing at such a breakneck pace. He's been playing so fast up until now.
But he's not slowing down. He's not trying to slow play and be like, oh, I know my Alex is doing this. Like, if you notice, he's still playing just as fast as he was at the beginning of this match.
He is. Staring down all those golden energies. Counting the deck. Probably not super relevant at this point, but it's good to know.
It's something to know.
Good to know the odds of maybe...
yeah, percent chances and stuff.
Is that a Guzma?
Yep, because it does not have enough energies to attack. You might be out.
Yeah, he has a lot of energy on the board, so it's possible that he can't even retreat this. There's one.
Well, still one short, though. Still can't attack. Can retreat, though. I believe his retreat is 3.
I'm not sure if it has 2 or 3 retreat, honestly. And it has 3 retreat, so he can't retreat it either. Kica Volt is pretty heavy for a little bug, whatever it is. Oh, it does have 3. It has 2 lightnings on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that lightning. It was hidden under there.
Yep. It has 2, or it has 3, so it can retreat if you'd like to.
It can. Exactly. So it's ready to go.
Yeah, I think the plan is I want you to retreat, and then I want to Guzma it back up again, and hope you don't have any energies, and then wait you out.
Yeah, that would be probably Danny's plan at this point. Oh, did he just top deck a Guzma?
He had it in his hand.
He had it in his hand, okay.
Yep.
I see it there. So that's got to be his plan.
Yeah. Let me count your energies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 energies between the field and discard, which is... Am I counting right? 3, 4, 6...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
12.
6.
Because that's
7, 8, 9.
That's an equipment. So
yeah,
and he only runs 12 energies, so all 12 energies,
10,
there's
11,
none
12.
in the deck.
Yeah.
So if he Guzma's up the Vicavolt, it's
Quick
stuck.
math. Quick maths. That would be quite a way to get a tie here, but that's what he's going to do. He's going to Guzma.
He ace rolled it. So
he ace rolled it. So next turn the Guzma?
Yeah, see, he's trying to bait out Peter's Guzmas.
Wow. This is pretty smart play. He's playing to pretty much his only outs here.
Yeah, I like it. I'm not going to win this game. This matchup is terrible for me.
We don't know how many Guzmas Peter has left also.
I don't think he has...
He plays 3
total,
so I'm not sure how many we've seen.
And I think we've seen at least 2,
I think
if not third.
Looking through his discard to count them. Checking his deck. 2 cards.
Counting the energy.
This is crazy.
Yeah,
They've got to be at any minute.
Yeah, he's going for the you have to draw 2 cards, deck you out game plan. Okay, count the recyclers. Yes. He does run 2 recyclers, counting the Guzmas.
Okay, so Peter has outs. He has a recycler, I think. I only saw 1 in the discard.
And he's just going to pass. There's no reason for me to play anything. Daniel draws. Attach energy. Just pass. I'm not going to attack.
The passion involved in this match is just the very last
we either
card.
see a handshake or an N or a recycler. Okay.
There's a recycler. But he still has to take 3 prizes.
Yeah. And if he needs 3 of those energies to go onto the Vigavolt to retreat it, because Daniel's just not going to attack.
Right.
Does he run any Team Rocket's handiworks?
No handiwork.
Okay.
Nothing like that. Nothing tricky like that. It's just that whip out that tech handiwork really quick.
Yep. It's not in there.
We've got
CNN. I'm going to put more cards in my deck. I do not want to deck out, says Peter.
Yes. So definitely now he probably has enough cards in deck. Yeah. He's only going to draw 3. Yeah. But that's strong charge, man. It really thins your deck a lot. So
yes, it does.
Something you got to watch out for. Okay, you got the energy. He's going to retreat again. Take the knockout, go down to 2 prizes, and there's another Guzma in Daniel's hand though.
That's so brutal.
Bring that thing back out for the 3rd time.
6 cards. I counted 6. It's an intense game.
It is intense.
Right to the end.
I know. Everyone should subscribe to Cat 25.
I don't even know.
Nest Ball, I want to stall more.
These players seeing the lines is pretty inspiring, though.
Yeah.
I mean, neither of them gave up. Peter was on the back foot after that Game 1 incident, and he brought it back to win Game 2, and he's in a good spot in this game, but Daniel says, I'm not giving up either.
Yep.
But I think at this point it's looking like it's going to be a tie. I think it's got to be over any minute.
Yeah, there can't be much time left.
And at this stage in the tournament, I mean, a tie is always better than a loss. So.
Yes, absolutely.
But it does feel bad to play full 3 games out just to get a tie.
Kind of a full three games.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's
2.5.
That's true. 2.5 games. Either way, spending the entire round time. Yeah, hopefully the judge didn't forget about the time. I hope it wasn't our responsibility to keep track of that extra time extension. I mean, I don't think...
I can check with him real quick. Give me a second.
I don't think that it should be, but I think that it's getting close there, so... We're just gonna go ask how much time is left and see what's going on here. But yeah, at this point, Daniel playing as fast as he can because I think that he might actually... Okay, the judge is...
He's trying to fight through the crowd of 30
Oh my gosh. The judge is coming over, and apparently there's a large crowd around this match, so this is intense right here at Portland Regionals 2018.
Yes. There's 20, 30 people around them in this small little corner, so...
Yeah, I think the judges have got a lot on their plate here today. And Daniel, he almost knows it. He's like, I gotta go so fast.
They're just
Yeah,
gonna shake
right.
and
I think the judge
that is a
came
draw.
over
Yeah,
and
and
told
they're like,
them-
"Yep, there's no
They
way
might have-
either player wins."
They might have gotten a couple extra minutes snuck in there, but either way, they ended with a tie. So who do I want to interview? I want to interview Danny. maybe?
What if we don't interview either player this time?
Either player,
Because we're gonna
yeah,
go
that's
right into
true.
round 7 because that was the last match they were waiting for.
That's also true.
And that's kind of a mess of a game.